Hello,
Hey, hello, sir.
how are you?
I'm very well this evening. It is a stormy evening here. So if perchance I disappear into the ether, it's because the power has gone off. But you won't know
Well,
that. Nobody will know that.
n-
'Cause
never underestimate the power of the weather. That's a
th-
good lesson. It's
this.
a lesson we all should learn. Unfortunately, I don't know that's a lesson that Julius Caesar learned.
Wow, did you just turn that into the world's best segue?
I did.
Oh,
Thank
fantastic. Well, please proceed and tell us more about this weather-related encounter.
you for some of the stuff you went over last week. We know that Caesar had conquered all of Gaul, which to us is now modern day France. And as far as the Romans were concerned, that was the edge of the map, even though ancient Greeks had already been to and had mapped the coast of Great Britain, or what we know as Great Britain now. It was unknown territory to the Romans. So there was a lot of mystery and intrigue there. As you told us last week, Caesar used the pretext of the fact that the Britons, as we're going to call the collective group of them, provided material aid to his enemies in Gaul as an excuse to launch an invasion. Plus, there was rumors of great riches, gold and silver, to be had in this mysterious island. So, as you told us last week, they hastily built some ships, crossed the English Channel, and tried to land and invade with only two legions. The cavalry was going to follow behind, but they never quite made it. The ships that Caesar had built were ideal for sailing in the Mediterranean, the seas that they are used to, but not for the harsh, stormy conditions of the North Atlantic. As you told us last week, their keels were too big, so they beached themselves trying to land. And then, because they weren't properly anchored, the foul weather and rough seas destroyed some of those ships as they were beached. His cavalry never showed up. Some of those ships were lost in the crossing, and with the storms and bad conditions, they were forced to turn back. Caesar, as we saw last week, was moderately successful. He invaded the beach, but he didn't really get that far inland. He had made some overtures to some of the various Briton tribes and exchanged some hostages. You know, that seems to be his thing, the taking of hostages to ensure loyalty. But by and large, the Britons kind of ignored him. And as the onset of winter was coming, Caesar decided to pretty much cut his losses and literally slunk away in the night, leaving at 3 in the morning to head back to Gaul. On that trip, some of Caesar's boats, again, because they're not used to crossing the channel, had gotten separated and they landed apart from the main body. Those forces were immediately surrounded by Gauls who had already surrendered, at least in theory, to Caesar, but upon finding a few hapless Romans off by themselves, surrounded them and started to attack them. Caesar caught wind of this, quickly organized some forces, went to intercept them and rescued his forces, and that was one of Caesar's big things. He was a general who led from the front that made him very, very popular amongst his men. So while it certainly sounds like this first invasion of Britain was, I would call it a success, but really didn't yield much, that's not how it was spun back in Rome. Because Caesar had gone where no Roman had gone before, there was a great holiday. There was a 20-day festival in his honor for conquering this unknown land. And Caesar was eager to return, telling the Senate that, oh, there's plenty of gold and silver to be had, and all these other fantastic tales. So Caesar prepared for his second invasion of Britain the following year. This time they built new boats, but again, these boats weren't particularly well suited to the channel crossing. This time he brought 8 legions instead of 2. He brought cavalry with him. He left behind some of his officers to coordinate the steady flow of supplies and material across the channel to keep him well stocked over there. So now, with as far as Caesar tells it, crossing the channel with 800 ships, which is probably an exaggeration because again, our sole source for most of this is coming from Caesar himself. He landed unopposed and quickly made camp and headed his way inland. The battle we're going to fight tonight on the River Stour in modern day Kent is going to be his first attempt at crossing this river, where he'll meet a token force of various British tribes, and he'll easily repulse them and drive them back. They will fall back to a fortification, and he'll easily overcome and conquer that. But then he'll catch word that, surprise, surprise, his ships are getting wrecked in the terrible surf again. So he'll have to pull back and spend a full 2 weeks scrapping the wrecked ships and repairing the ships he's got left. And then he'll go ahead and march inland again for yet another battle on the River Stour. I'm not sure where we're going to pick up next week, but we'll leave it there. And we'll see what lessons Caesar learns in tonight's battle.
So what you're saying as a naval seaman, he is a hell of a general.
Well, in his home waters, he'd be fantastic, but the Romans weren't used to sailing outside the Mediterranean. Completely different water conditions and weather conditions. This is the North Atlantic. Harsh, stormy, giant waves, I guess, as opposed to the Mediterranean, which I guess is a lot calmer and not quite as stormy.
Can you imagine the Roman version of Dramamine is basically to knock you out? Just have some big legionnaire just smack you about the head until you pass out. That's what I'm thinking. Well, thank you for that. Let us move on to tonight's War Council, which I have open. It is, as Peter said, Britons versus the Romans. I will be taking the Britons for the first game. Peter will take the Romans for the first game, and then I'll get them for the second game. 6 banners tonight, so that has been pretty standard of late. That one's a tough nut to crack because I can never tell when the momentum is to really get in there and try to score some blocks, because if you wait too long, then it's over before you can get anything going. So I will have to try some things tonight, I believe. But our special rules, all very standard. We've seen all of these in one form or another. We have the entirety of the River Stour is fordable, which means if you happen to go into there, I can't imagine we'll end up there, but you never know. Units entering that must stop immediately. However, they can battle the same turn, and they battle in or out of the river with a cap of 2 dice. However, cards that would affect that will certainly make adjustments to that value. We have the barbarian chariots. We have numerous barbarian chariots tonight. We've got 2, 4, 6, 7 of them. So it is an all equine affair for the Britons. And
Caesar was quite obsessed with the Britons' use of chariots. That was a very unique style of fighting that he wasn't used to. So that was something that he was very keen to study and emulate.
Sure. A lot of hit and fade, I would think.
Oh, they would ride up, jump out, fight, and then jump back in their chariots and take back off again.
We've seen that in the last couple of scenarios, or at least the last one. They attack with 3 dice like warriors when they're at full strength. However, as soon as they take their first loss, they are reduced to 2 dice. And they can move far and retreat far. And they get to ignore all sword hit? No, they do hit on swords. That's right. We have the Julius Caesar rule in effect, which means whichever unit he is attached to gets 1 extra die in combat, and they have the ability, super mobility, of being able to move 2 spaces, regardless of what they are, and battle the same turn in close combat. So that's very helpful. And as per usual, now, old hat, we've got all the red blocks here. These are the Marian legions. So all of these medium units are ranged combat. They can have a range of 2 hexes, and they can throw 1 die, provided, of course, like range rules, they are not adjacent to any unit of the enemy. And we have a smattering of forests here, so just to review the forest, all units must stop when they enter the forest. However, light units and warrior units may still battle the same turn that they enter the forest. It is a 2 dice cap for battling into or out of for foot units. Of course, that can be modified. And ranged attacks shooting into the forest are capped at 1 die. Because of thunking into trees. So this will be a very interesting affair. I don't know how else to describe it. I haven't tried to study it too much, but I am definitely at a disadvantage here to start with 1 leader versus the Roman 3. So that's a loaded weapon for you, sir, because that is where you excel beyond my capabilities with this game, as you always manage to maximize the use of your leadership. So I got a tough road to hoe here in the first combat, I think. What do you think about this opening?
It's still be interesting. I mean, I don't know that we've ever played with an entire mounted force versus a mixed force. So, and everyone knows I love my mounted charges. So this is going to be catnip for me when I'm on the other side. Probably to my detriment.
Well, it certainly can be affected by, the Britons having a mounted charge card right out of the gate, or at any point in their game. I will have to be watchful for that as the Romans, and see. I don't know how to protect it against it. I mean, it's just when they're swarming from all of those horsies, it's going to be painful no matter what you do. Okay, so I am going to draw my. I didn't even identify. I get 5 cards, and I get to move first, versus the Romans getting 6 cards. So I'm drawing my 5, and I have them.
Right, and I have my hand of cards.
Okay, well, good luck to you, sir.
X, good luck to you as well.
Thank you. And
Odd batch of cards.
well, let us then. Let's see what the Britons can do here.
Good card to start with.
We will order 5 light troops. So this wing over here. And as I recall, light barbarian chariots get to move 3 and battle. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. You know what? Let's put him into the forest there. There we go. So we'll see if the swarm.
Light cavalry won't be able to battle, right?
That is correct. Only foot units. So he is just in the forest, acting as a screen. All right. We'll start then with this battle chariot here against your light bow. So we will get 3 dice plus leader support. And we get 2 hits and an ignorable retreat.
All right. 2 dice leader support coming back. Nothing.
We will now try. Let's see if we can't get them to finish with the leader. So the leader will come forward with 3 dice. Here we go. And he does finish them. Okay, so he will.
Very nice.
Thank you. He'll move that battle chariot in and go after these auxilia here.
Spread that leadership aura all around.
That is right. So here we go. 3 dice on these auxilia. Ooh, 3 hits.
3 dice back.
And get a
The leader hit.
All right.
That leader check.
Oh!
Devastating.
Oh man. This game is
That
over.
was lucky.
That was. Yeah, but you 1 in 36 chance. You got it. That's fantastic. Well, that will certainly change the dynamics of the game now. So here we go.
Yeah, really.
2 dice on the auxilia, or 3 dice rather. No leader support anymore. But we finish him.
Look at the leaders you rolled.
Yeah. Okay, and then we might as well I'd press the gap here and go after
I
your.
can advance and
Yep, they.
fight again.
Yep. So they will go after that medium cav with 3 dice. So here we go, 3 dice. And we get a hit.
I'm back at you with 3.
A hit.
1 hit. Wait, do you get to ignore anything?
I.
You get to ignore 1 sword.
All right. So no hits. Fantastic. All right, and then, I think this battle chariot over here, prudence demands that he does not engage those mediums, so he will not. And we'll draw back up and send it to you. Uh-oh. Here comes Caesar. He's a berserker.
All right. We'll start with Caesar himself, going after your chariot. Now, chariots always have the option to evade in close combat.
And they will exercise that, right?
All right, 4 dice. 5 dice with Caesar in charge.
Take a hit.
Get away with 1. Might as well throw a spear at that chariot. Ignore that. They will attack in melee combat.
All right, they will also evade. That's a good one.
Don't get away. They're done. So the cavalry will attack.
Yeah, we will definitely evade that.
3 dice there. And well evaded.
Actually, you know what? Let's go that way.
There we go. I think that's it for me.
Okay. Well, then, let's do another order light troops. And we'll do those. So we'll go 2 to there. Okay. Start up here. What would they like to do?
Elevate.
Okay, so 3 dice on them. Get a hit. Sadly, the battle chariot's no ranged combat, so do this one next against your auxilia there. We got an opening in the line, so let's see if we can exploit it with 3 dice. And we do. So we'll come forward and we'll go after the medium cavalry now. 3 dice. Two hits and a retreat.
Right.
Okay. And I think they'll stay there. And then this light will throw at those auxilia with 1 die. Getting a hit. And
Some effective chariots.
yep. Okay, let's see if we can repeat it on this side over here. With this battle chariot, 3 dice. Yes, sir. Okay. And they will stand firm there as well. So
that whole chunk there. I'll go after that chariot.
Okay, evasion seems to be the order of the day, so we'll do that. Ooh, that was a great evade. Okay, same there. Take one. Right.
Lots of hit and fades.
Yes,
Can you keep it
indeed.
up?
Can I keep it up? Let's do 3 on the right. It's 3. Okay. Let's try this here. 3 dice against your auxilia. Forcing retreat. They will advance and attack that group.
At this point, we'll stay.
Okay, so
I'm going to hit your chariot to see if I can fight back.
3 dice are coming at you, light bowman. And we get a hit.
Oh, well, there's a retreat.
So they would have to go back 3. So they go 1, 2, 3. Okay. That could be bad. Alright, so do this against your light bow. They moved. So 1 die. Get a hit. And then the mediums here, we need to force a retreat on them. So 3 dice against your mediums. And we do. Okay. They will advance, move here, battle again, 3 dice. Nothing.
4 dice back.
Hit and retreat. Hit.
Retreat away from their leader.
Okay. That is all.
2 on the left. Do I have?
You do.
The last chariot.
All right, we'll attempt to evade that.
3 dice. And that light cavalry.
Okay, we'll evade that.
4 dice.
Get a hit.
Give us 1.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. 3 in the center. And I happen to have 3 in the center. So we're going to go...
There's only 1 vulnerable unit left. Then you're going to have to pick a fight somewhere.
That's right. Okay. So, here's hoping that 6 dice can whittle them down a bit. Alright, so we'll go target that with 3 dice. Get a hit. And here's the leader check. Nope.
4 dice return.
2 hits, so that wipes him out. Alright, and then this is where the other shoe drops in this scenario. So Battle Chariot will go against him, 3 dice. And nothing.
4 dice back. You ignore 1 sword.
Okay, so hit.
1 hit and a retreat.
Of 3. Okay.
Those units there. These will use their Caesar special rule to move 2 hexes. 4 dice.
We'll evade that.
Throwing a spear at that one. Caesar is going to attack that one.
Yeah. Hopefully evade. Oh. Alright, knot it up. Would you like to...
Caesar, well, you evaded. So you
that's true.
That's
right.
Wiped you out. So I can advance and fight again?
You cannot, right. Alright, we gotta try for it here. So we'll order those 2. Alright. 3 dice. Nothing.
4 dice back. 2. And a retreat.
He is not going to attack. So that is all.
Coordinate an attack. Activating all 3 leader units.
Okay. First evade.
Dice.
Second evade.
5 dice.
All right. Well, this is a bit of a pickle. We'll do a counterattack. Those 3. Alright, what would they like to do? Ooh, they stand like men. 2 dice.
Bring it.
Brought it.
Advance +1 in battle again if you want.
Advance. +1. That is all.
Not really. Still have to do this. That's why I was letting that guy stand. I was hoping he'd survive, so I'd get all of them in a line. But I'll settle for these 2. Do that. Leave you some wiggle room. 4 dice. Hey, look! Who ran by?
I know that guy.
1 more dice.
Alright, let's keep going.
Ugh. This is very effective, this hit and run stuff.
Yeah, if only I could do it more often in regular games. But
You've
jeez,
never had an entirely mounted army before either.
that's true. All right, the cards are starting to go sour on me here. 3 in the center. All right, 2 dice against your auxilia. Soften them up. Get a hit. Force back. Hit and fade, baby. Hit and fade. Hey, you've got one of those. Wow. Okay. We'll evade.
Oh, that's what you were setting up, huh?
Eh, maybe. Three dice. Hit. Another 3 dice. There it is.
Well done.
Thank you. I was getting nervous there with Caesar, way up there at the store.
Didn't have any cards.
Yeah.
A mounted charge. A rally.
So I have.
A move, fire, move.
Here are the cards that are left to mock me. Line command. Line command. Right leadership. But all of them let you activate one of your choice if you need to. So those are emergency use cards. But yeah, this one was very challenging. A lot of fun to because it does, like I said, it makes you think. Okay, do I really want to attack and suffer the defensive role, or do I just want to be there and evade, 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 evade? That is the.
You picked off the 4 greens, and then the 2 blues that roll the least amount of dice.
That's right. That's right. It's all
You
all about the
picked your
wings.
shots.
Yeah, exactly. I do like this one. I'm looking forward to switching sides and seeing if I will suffer the same equine wrath from these Britons here. So let's take 5 minutes and we'll come on back. We are back with round number 2.
Let's see if I can be as effective with these mounted units as you were. My
Yes, we're discussing horse
that was
tactics.
that was a clinic.
Was it though? I think it's
It
just.
was.
Well, I appreciate that. That's always nice to have your opponent say, "Wow, you schooled me on something." So let's see if you can do the same in return with these Britons. I will let you draw your cards.
Right, so I'll be drawing 5 now.
They mock you, right? It's like,
Nope, the game knows me.
oh, jeez. All right, here are my 6. All right. Well, good luck? Question mark.
All right.
I mean, I think the only way to keep this even is for me to throw a targeted spear and take out your leader.
Yes, that would be amazing. Well, let's get out of the way.
It does know you.
It knows me. All right. Equal to command. That group there.
I wonder if any of these games, if the bowmen long survive.
All right. Here we go. You were very smart in some of your orders of battle, so let me see if I can duplicate that a bit.
I have a feeling that where I provided a small clinic, you are about to provide me with an emergency room triage center of.
No. All right, so we'll this chariot will attack those bowmen. Normally 3 dice, now 4 with leader support.
Okay, well,
One hit.
not so bad, and they can ignore that flag. They will give 2 back, and a leader hit.
So it is. Follow up with that medium cavalry with 4 dice. 2 hits.
Starting to wither. 2 back with leader. Send them into the rear.
Brilliant bowmen.
About to give their last full measure, I suspect.
Yeah. We'll bring in the Briton. 4 dice.
His name is Nigel.
Got his leader hit in at least.
That's right. All right.
Right. He will advance.
Quite.
Quite right.
But the wing is still protected.
See, this is where the difference is. I'm going to gamble and lose horribly, and you play it remarkably safe and did amazing well.
I am saying you've got a pair of brass ones. You've got a pair of brass ones hanging from the back of that chariot. That's what you
4 dice. 2.
2 hits. All right. Did you hit the leader?
Oh, did I? Oh, not lucky. Can't do that. Can't pull that off twice.
Okay, so we'll give you 4 back with leader. And 2. Oh, actually, you can ignore the sword hit, of course.
Yep.
And here's the leader check. No, not so lucky.
Press on. Same target. 4 dice.
Brutal. So you're gonna hunt him down and shoot him like a duck. So he is gonna go off map for his very life.
After that unit with 4 dice. Yeah.
Really? Go for it. It's not too late to whip it.
Yep. Yep, I'm doing it.
Whip it good. Oh, look at that. 2 hits and a retreat. Caesar is mortified.
This chariot will wisely not attack.
Okay.
So the gamble there was if I'd hit it and then I could finish them off with the other chariot.
Right.
Otherwise, certainly going after that auxilia made more sense on paper.
Sure.
All right. I can't complain with the results there. Now let's see what terrible toll I pay. Oh yes. The bill has come due.
So
Check, please.
Caesar says, "Go forward." And they'll go there, and they'll go there. Okay. So we'll do this one first with 4 dice. Caesar looking on.
Oh.
And we'll move there. This one will go after that. Okay, 4 dice. Green circles only. Nothing. And then Caesar Time to take on your leader. 4 dice.
5.
Oh, 5 dice, right. One more, so 1 hit. Yeah, just 1 hit.
Back in your chariot.
Okay, and
There we go.
that is all.
Okay. I'll do the same thing you did. So leaders can move up to 3 hexes, correct?
That is correct.
Three dice against those bowmen with leader support.
Okay, 2 back with leader support. Nothing. Do 2 on the right. That. Okay. Four dice. Green circles. Getting 1. There's leader check. He's fine.
Three dice on the auxilia.
Take a hit. 3 back. 2 retreats. 6 hexes.
Over here. 3 dice with leader support on that auxilia.
Hit. 1 retreat.
Nope. I'm done.
That battle chariot didn't want to come up and harangue?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
You taught me patience in that last game.
Patience. Yeah. How long's that? Okay.
And the game has rewarded me for that wise decision.
I will do a counterattack on your coordinated attack.
I coordinated attack.
Those 3.
Right.
Alright. So this guy will throw a spear at your battle chariot. Loose! Nothing. These guys will go after your battle chariot with 3 dice. Getting 2 hits. And wow, 2 hits and a retreat. And take the same tack on them. Okay, so 4 dice, green circles only. Got the green circle. No advance possible. So
I'm still going to take my reward.
yes, indeed.
Okay. All right. Going after your medium cav with 3 dice and leader support.
That's one.
Advance. +1. Battle again. 3 more dice. Leader support.
That's a hit and a retreat. He will evade.
4 dice.
To no avail. But that keeps him from moving again, so that's good.
4 dice there.
Gonna have to come down here, Khan. You're gonna have to come down here. Leader check. Okay, he's fine. 4 dice back with leader bonus. 2 hits.
But is a sword, so I get to ignore it.
Oh, that's
so take
that,
1.
Yes, that is correct.
All right. 4 more dice here.
Okay, so we take the hit.
Make that leader check and see how far you have to retreat.
Okay.
Only have to take 1 retreat.
So I'm actually going to take both of them.
Both. Smart. All right. Game loves me. Loves what I'm doing.
Okay.
Keep on doing what you're doing. This game is telling me.
Right. Do 3 in the center.
Caesar.
All right. Caesar first.
They will evade, of course.
Of course. 5 dice looking for 1 green circle. And we do not get 1 green circle because this game hates me. All right.
Loves me.
Yes. We're going to do this one first. Against your battle chariot. He's taking the option to leave. So this one will be 4 dice looking for green circles.
The lead from behind. Getting a good leader.
We get 1 hit. That was a great evade. And here's the leader check. Half dead. Okay. And then these guys will just throw their pillow. 1 die. Nothing. All right.
The Auxilia first with 2 dice and leader support.
Okay.
Nothing.
There's 3 back with leader support. It's 1 hit.
Leader's chariot will try to finish off those Auxilia. 3 dice. Leader hit. Do it.
Okay.
3 dice there as well.
And that, sir, is exactly the same clinic, except I only got 2. See if you finish that leader off. Okay, he would live, and he would probably exit the battlefield as well. So, yes, congratulations. Mounted cards with a leader.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, I started with 1, obviously, got another one, and then I got that one. I got lucky with that, those hands.
Good on you. So the Britons take the night, and let's see, I got a total of 8, and you got a total of good job. So you take the series.
I still say the night is yours. I mean, you showed the way. That was, my gosh, I was so frustrated with all those evades and just never being able to seal the deal and finish anything off.
Well, that is the beauty, and I've seen this discussed online before. That doesn't matter what iteration of commands and colors you are talking about. The built-in light infantry, light whatever capability to evade, where they can retire. That's what they call it in Tricorn is retire and rally. Now there's some risk to it, but as a screening technique for cavalry, it's useful just to keep them from dying completely. But all these light units, especially in this one tonight, that was the secret. That was the only reason. I mean, I had no leader, and I was about half on useful cards.
Yeah, no, I honestly, taking up that leader at the very beginning, I really thought, oh, got this in the bag,
Right,
and not
right.
at all. You proved me wrong.
Well, I think it would seem that the Briton strategy for this one, if you're not going to be on the offense like you were here with the wonderful mounted charges that you got, cosmically and kismetly, it wanted you to do that. It knows you. But for me, being more defense oriented against you, it just seemed like playing keep away is really the secret. Don't allow yourself to be boxed in. Keep lots of avenues of retreat and just
Yep.
evade, evade,
Now,
evade,
I mean,
evade.
thinking back to the last game, and maybe just in general, it feels like the best Roman option, if you can do it without, if you don't get charged from the get go, is to try and charge forward to box those chariots in a bit.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you can pull that off, and having those two cavalry units on the wing certainly could help that. But in both our battles, I mean, you took out both my cavalry right away, which was devastating.
right.
I was lucky to get one of yours, out. But
It is
yeah,
it is funny to just see the finite lifespan of those poor bowmen just because their initial placement and knowing that that is a fine opening move either way. I mean, I went to the Briton left, you went to the Briton right, but either way, the effect was the same. You got 5 units just raining down on these poor hapless bowmen.
and you did it so well in the first one. I couldn't. I just had to do the same thing.
Sure.
Follow up. Try. I couldn't do it. I didn't roll well enough, but taking that bowman out and then slipping that leader in there to keep that bubble going.
It was amusing. It was amusing, as the Romans say. It amuses me to see when you had 2 or 3 good follow up opportunities, and you're like, nope, 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 because now I did not know that at the time that you had yet another charge card, and you were biding your time, which was excellent. I mean, you had everybody in a perfect spot to just rush in with the +1. Um, so there was no need to take unnecessary risk, which I think we're both learning. Here we
Yeah,
are,
I lost one chariot because I wasn't patient.
and there's nothing wrong with patience in this game until it doesn't work. We certainly hope you've enjoyed this exciting equine action this evening. We've now completed Caesar's second invasion of Britain, and we move on next week. I will be taking the historical information and our
Well, we'll still be in Britain next week, I think.
yes, but it's a foraging party, so I don't believe it is Caesar directly. It's just one of the other assignees of a small army to go forth and fetch supplies with their foraging. So we will see how that plays out in the big story. Love having you guys along for the ride. We're 54 weeks into this or more. Gosh, and invite you to make your comments heard down there in the comments section below. And if you could click the like button, that's a boon to us, and subscribe, of course. And I have been remiss in not mentioning the little bell, the notification bell. So click the little notification bell, and that will allow you to indicate how often you want to hear about these particular subscription arrivals. I try to get them out once a week when I'm on a good editing schedule. And if you feel like supporting us monetarily, that's awesome too, but that is not a requirement at all. We do this for the love of it. Good sir, thank you for an excellent series of games tonight. Congratulations on the win. We've learned the devastating effects of British battle chariots tonight. With that, do you have any final parting words before we say adieu?
Like I said, tonight, yes, technically I may have won, but I think you certainly showed us how to do it.
Well, thank you. I'll put in the "we're not worthy" in there somewhere in post maybe. But you guys have a great week, and we will see you all next time. Thanks for being here, and good night, sir.
Good night.